Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we are looking at the Super 7 TMNT Ultimates Baxter Stockman. This is one, I don't know how or why I kind of didn't realize that I didn't have this figure. He's been on my list since I started collecting the Super 7 Ultimates TMNT line, and one that I was really excited to get. But for whatever reason, in sort of getting them shipped from Mike at eCollectibles, I just kept forgetting that this one was sort of still set aside for me. So anyways, without further ado, here's Baxter Stockman. We get a purple box because he's a villain, obviously. All the TMNT Ultimate baddies have the purple sleeve, which I think is a cool touch. Of course, the green guys, turtles included, have all the good guys, turtles included, have the green sleeve. But all the bad guys in purple, which is too bad. I mean, I like purple, so it's it shouldn't just be for the bad guys. But anyway, the manhole cover on there has got Baxter's head as well as Mouser's for his little detail that they add on there. On the back, of course, we get the Ninja Turtles logo. And when we take the slip cover off, there we have Baxter Stockman in all his glory. I don't think is the appropriate term. A creepy, gross bug science man. He looks fantastic, though. I mean, first impressions, he looks amazing. The paint looks great. So anyway, there he is inside the packaging with the full window. He's got his Mouser there. He's got his grotesque fly arms and legs. Then on the back, of course, we get the bio. All these Super 7 ones get the bio. But I don't care about the bio. I know who Baxter Stockman is. And although he looks great in the package, he's going to look even better out of the package. So let's get this guy out of the box. All right, so here's Baxter out of the box, looking absolutely grotesque. Full disclosure, I did have a fair bit of difficulty getting him to stand up. The feet are a little bit uneven, and he's kind of top heavy, but he's kind of back heavy, and the balance is a little bit off. But I don't know what you can really do about that in a posable figure. You're gonna have problems like that. There's no ankle rocker that would have fixed it, I think. I'm not 100% certain, but there is, you do get a joint at the ankle where you can bend the foot forward and back, and it does rotate. But it really would have been nice if there was rocker on there, because I think that probably would have solved my problem. And now his legs move, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to get him to stand up again. I think one leg is long. I think this leg is longer than this leg, so it also sort of creates this weird. Actually, he's way more balanced now when he's sort of off-centered like that. He kind of looks good like that. I think I'm going to leave it like that for now. But you get sort of more of this grotesque leg on one side and less on the other. But altogether, the figure looks absolutely fantastic. You get sort of the human element, like he still looks, like he's got his human hands, but that's about it. Apart from the lab coat and the pants. Now, underneath the lab coat, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's fully sculpted in that purple bug body, that purple fly body. And all the bug parts look beautiful. The purple has sort of a wash over it, and then they've painted, these veins or something in a dark green. And then the same is true when we look at the back. You see that gross bug back. You see his bug arms, these big bug hands. And the wings, of course. You get the wings, and the articulation in the arms is, normal Super 7 arm articulation, but it's all there. So there's an elbow, there's a joint at the hand, at the wrist. They're on a ball joint with a hinge, plugged into the back, as are the wings. So the articulation for most of the figure is pretty good. The head doesn't do much at all, but that, I'll be honest, is to be, it's kind of to be expected, just given the sculpt and sort of what you sort of get with Baxter Stockman. I didn't expect that the articulation in the neck was going to be that great. So paint apps are really, really good. As I said, you know, the bug sort of aspect of Baxter is really, really highlighted well here. He's just gross and grimy, and the sculpting is fantastic. You know, there's like sinewy bits that are sculpted in here, and just all kinds of different things. It's really, really good looking figure. It is a very, very fun looking figure. And I think a very good representation of the vintage figure. And, you know, they kind of top that off with the accessories. So let's take a look at the accessories. All right, so starting with the hands, of course, Super 7's always going to put extra hands in there. We get a set of fists. And I will mention this because I think it's worth mentioning. Every one of these sets of hands has a ring, has a wedding ring, and it's painted, and they've done a good job to make sure that that's on there. The next set of hands is a sort of C-grip hand, although it is enclosed. So it's going to be a nice firm hold, which is good. Then we get a set of open or expressive hands, and still got the ring on there, which is good. The figure out of the box comes with a set of trigger hands for anybody that's keeping track. So that's 4 sets of hands. Then he gets his little pistol blaster thing with the dial on the back for getting the turtles. He gets his turtle swatter, which is 100% vintage figure inspired, with what was sort of a bit that would wrap around the arm. I don't think it's going to fit around his arm, so I don't know, you know, if that bit is really relevant with this figure, or at least I can't really figure out, you know, what to do with that bit. But the fly swatter bit does come out, and so this will fit in that that second set of hands, that really nice firm holding C-grip hand. So that is pretty cool. I'm excited about that. And last but not least, you know, what's Baxter Stockman without a mouser? So he does, in fact, come with a mouser. Now, the mousers were also released as a separate pack, and I happen to have those mousers. There are slight differences to the mousers, but purely in sort of detail. So the red on the top is a little bit darker. The Baxter mouser is a little glossier, just all over. The black paint is shiny. The blue sort of in the hinges is metallic. And then the black on the feet is blacker. The mouser pack is almost like a dark graphite gray. It's a little bit lighter. And then the neck. So the painting on the neck is a little bit tidier on the mouser with Baxter. So they just do the rings, and then the head isn't painted. Whereas on the pack, they kind of painted the head as it sort of goes into, or sort of where it connects to the neck. So I think they just kind of, I think that was just kind of a miscue from the factory. But anyway, same mouser, same mold, just slightly different deco. But there you go. There are the accessories to go with Baxter Stockman. I think it's a pretty good offering. This is definitely one of those characters and figures that was a ton of fun in the vintage line, and a really, really good, very good representation of that figure in the Ultimates line. Definitely a cool figure. So I'm going to get this guy all geared up and give my final thoughts. Here's Baxter Stockman posed up, geared up, and I love this figure. I think this is a really, really fantastic figure. This is one of those examples where Ninja Turtles just had a really great concept and executed it extremely well. And Super 7 has done a great job too, as far as, you know, maintaining the grotesqueness of the figure. And I think augmenting, I think this is a more grotesque figure because of the paint apps and because some of the added details in the sculpt. So this is definitely a Super 7 TMNT Ultimates that I would recommend if you're collecting the Ultimates line. And for anybody that just likes kind of weird, grotesque monster type figures, I think this works really, really well as well. So reach out to Mike at eCollectibles and grab one if you haven't already. If you have already, let me know in the comments and let me know whether you like this guy or not. I certainly do. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications of future videos. Until next time, bye-bye.